Yo, what's good YouTube? So we finally have what we've been waiting for. It is still sealed, so I'll get into this box and show you what it is. Okay, so I haven't seen it yet, but the moment we've all been waiting for. Who guessed? Who guessed it right? Kelpi. Oh gosh, the neighbors. Yep, so there we are, Kelpi. And you get a nice little thank you message along with that too. That's so nice of them to do. Cool little badge. Oh, that's sick. Is it a sticker? Yeah, cool. So if the lighting's a bit terrible. It's not very bright where I am at the moment, so try. Alright, so this looks like the installation instructions. This will be fun. I've never done a full system before. I've done like slip-ons, which are obviously super easy because they just slip on. But these ones are obviously a lot different. So I might just get into these parts and I'll unwrap them all and we'll see what they look like. Here we have everything laid out. So we obviously have the tools over here on the far right, the headers here, our like tailpipe or end pipe here, connectors to the headers and to the mid pipe. As you can tell as well, I got it in black as well because why not? It looks like way better in the black. In my opinion, it looks like way sleeker. So it should just fit in with the bike. So yeah, let's get this thing on. Well, we got to take the other thing off first, so that's going to be the fun part. All right, let's go. Okay, so first and foremost, I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a bolt right there. If you can see that bolt right there, that's the one that we need to take out. So it's connected right to the radiator here. So it's that one right there. So you do have your header bolt just there. It's the one just above it. So that's the one that we're taking out right now. So we're on the right hand side of the bike looking in. And that requires a 10 mil. So I'm just going to use a 10 mil spanner to get that one out. So after about like 10 minutes of fiddling around with the spanner, if this camera wants to focus, I finally can kind of get it off with my fingers. Oh, there we go. There we go. Nice. So, yeah, this is a little bolt that came out. Now we're just gonna get that bracket out. So here's what that bracket looked like. So that's with the bolt in it as well. So it's like a weird shaped bracket. Alright, so the next thing, we're on the left hand side of the bike, and then we have this O2 sensor. It is a 17 mil, but I am going to use just an adjustable because I don't have a 17 mil. It goes up to 16, but that's about it. So we'll get this one off. The O2 sensor unplugged. It is a bit spiraled, but you know, should be good now. So next thing I believe is to undo these two bolts, well, they're Allen keys. There's one on each side, so we're going to undo these ones here. So I've just got this right hand side of the bike, its brackets off, or bracket, or its screw, nut, bolt, whatever you want to call it, off. I'm just going to thread a zip tie through where the bolt was, and I'm just going to zip tie it to this just so we don't lose the radiator. Before finishing off this side, you can see the Allen keys in that bolt at the moment. I just don't want to loosen off too much at the moment until I get this zip tied up. And now we have both of the bolts out of the radiator, so now it can move semi-freely. The other side's drooping a little bit. But yeah, so now we can move it a lot more. On to the next stage. Alright, so now for the fun part is the headers. So I just got this like extender here. As you can see, it's a 12 mil socket, and I've just got it on an extender like this. But yeah, so that pretty much is going to go one-handed onto your bolt like this, and easy as enough as to just twist it. I'm doing this one-handed, and it's, look at that, it's easy enough to do one-handed. See, look at that, done. That's how you do header bolts one-handed. So they just come off relatively easy. So there's that one. Where are we at? There's obviously one there, one at the back there, one at the back, and the ones over there too. So just as an FYI, these ones here on the left hand side, you can do with literally just using the head like this. You don't need to use the extender to get underneath the radiator to do these ones. And now we got to take off the main bolt. So this one here, and I believe there's another one on the other side that we need to take off as well. Our trusty, as you can see, our trusty 12mm here. So this 12mm on the right hand side of the bike. It's easier, so I did put a towel underneath the bike just so when everything does come down, it's not gonna scratch up. Oh, there you see it's loosening up now. So that one's pretty much can be done by hand. And then we're gonna go around to the other side of the bike. So just on the other side of the bike, and this one is in a daunting place. This one is right underneath here, right here where my finger is. So you got a kickstand bolt here. So don't do that one. So it's this one just under here. So this one might be a bit tricky to get to. I might have to suss this one out with a spanner maybe. Okay, so now it should come off. I think the header's just a bit stuck. Yep. And there we go. Now it's off. You might notice that one of these rings come off. You do need these, so please do not lose these, do not throw them out. Keep them, you need them. I'm just going to use some high temp grease, which is pretty much just going to melt off anyway. And I'm just going to dab that on this gasket just because this is the only one that fell off. So I'll put a bit on here and then put that back up. And it should stay there, so it makes it easier if you're installing it by yourself. We're going to install these header pipes into this, and then this one goes into the mid pipe, but we'll just do one thing at a time and then we'll go from there. I'm happy that the exhaust is off, that's all I'm saying. So now this should be the easier part. It's until I get to tightening everything up, and then it's going to be the tricky part again because that took so long to undo some of these parts. But let's just do this now and we'll think about that later. Sweet. Alright, so it's the next day. Sorry I had to give up last time because it was causing me a lot of issues. But finally got them all in. They weren't lining up properly before, but now they're all in. I'll show some photos of how it was looking yesterday, but now finally I got it in. I had to put the headers in first, and then put these all in loosely. As you can see, they're not screwed down all the way. And then I had to push this pipe into the headers using grease because, yeah, don't get me started. But I still haven't finished yet, so we'll see how this goes. If we can get these all the way up, I might have to use the rubber mallet to get these on. But as it stands, we might have a chance. Alright, so the next step was putting this mid pipe here on. You just reuse the old bolt, and Kelpi supply you with the bolt that goes on the other side. I've just put this one spring here on. There is another spring at the back here, and then you can see the bolt that Kelpi provide just there as well. This took a lot of force to push up, so I'm kind of worried about how that's going to affect the headers, because now they were hand tight and now they're hard to put in. So hopefully that didn't stuff anything up back there, so we'll see. So next up is to get this bolt here out. This one is a 14. So this one has a Loctite on from factory, so this is going to be fun and interesting to get off because it's going to be super tight. So this one's on super tight. I swapped out from the super long one to about like a 3-inch, and then managed to get it. So yeah, that's a mission and a half that I don't. And plus I got a really small wrench, well, not wrench, but sockets, so yeah, I got it. Alright, now that we got that bolt out, which you can see with a Loctite in there, this is my first time seeing this, so, oh, there we go, there was the baffle. This looks really nice, man. Wow. Alright, I'll keep the baffle in because I don't have a tune for it yet, so I'll get this plastic out and then, oh, there's the baffle. Then put the baffle in, stick her in, see what happens. Oh, also I need to put this bracket on as well, which I'll put right here. I believe it goes this way, like so. But yeah. Alright, so now it's all on nice and loose, except for this one bracket here that I need to do, and this bolt here. The baffle's in there. Then just need to tighten up the headers as well. Then it's all tightened up. Then have the isocol on just a rub, and then just rubbing down the headers, and then we'll get to the other side and we'll put the air sensor in as well, or the O2 sensor in as well, and should be good as gold. Okay, so I did find that you have to take off this zip tie that was around here, around the O2 sensor. Just be careful you don't cut the actual radiator hose. So that gives it enough reach to go in and screw in. So just as a heads up, I did end up taking off the other zip tie, just because where this has to sit up high, if it was still on the other one, it wouldn't have had enough room and I wouldn't have felt very confident. So that's where we're at. I might give them another wipe now that I've touched the pipes again, but other than that, it'd be just tightening it all up. I've tightened it up the headers, just tighten up the O2 sensor and the rear, put it all together, good to go. Alright, so everything's done and torqued down. Man, this was a mission. See all the headers have all their threads dialed in as much as they will go. Oh, sorry. And then that's about as far in as that header will go. The other two are flush. That one's flush. That one's flush. This one here is not quite flush, but that's the best it will get. Yeah. Only thing to do next is put the radiator back up, because we've got the zip tie here. But once we put the radiator back up, good to start her up and we'll see how she goes. Here goes the moment of truth. See if it works.